So yesterday was another one of those market days where everything felt a bit too optimistic heading into the holiday break. Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, November 27th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. Well, stocks kept pushing higher yesterday, giving Wall Street its best 4-day run since May. Heading toward Thanksgiving, investors really leaned into the idea that an interest rate cut next month is becoming more likely. The Dow rose about 0.7%, adding a bit over 300 points. The Standard & Poor's 500 also climbed 0.7%, and the Nasdaq Composite gained almost 0.8% after those sharp gains from the day before. Tech names once again did most of the heavy lifting. Alphabet slipped a bit from its record highs, while Nvidia jumped more than 1%. Both names basically reversed the moves they made earlier in the week as the competition in the artificial intelligence chip space continued to heat up. Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple were all in the green as well. Now, investors spent most of the day watching anything that might hint at the Federal Reserve's next move. Because of the data drought from the government shutdown, everyone is desperate for clues. The Beige Book that came out yesterday offered a region-by-region snapshot of how the economy is doing, especially around consumer spending and the labor market, just as the Fed gets ready for its meeting in 2 weeks. Futures markets are now pricing in more than an 80% chance of a quarter-point rate cut in December. That optimism grew after delayed September data on retail sales and wholesale inflation came in softer, and initial jobless claims unexpectedly dropped to their lowest level since April. Meanwhile, the political drama around the central bank keeps building. There are 5 finalists on President Trump's shortlist to replace Jerome Powell next year, and Kevin Hassett has now become the clear frontrunner. And just a reminder, U.S. markets are closed today for Thanksgiving and will reopen tomorrow, but only until 1 p.m. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.